What's up, guys? AC Card Shark back again. Back with the promised unboxing, so to speak, of like what I got for my birthday. I did get some video game stuff, so I wanted to share that with you guys. I also got some pretty epic pickups at the Goodwill, so it's kind of like a recent pickups, I guess. It was just kind of like a Goodwill trip that I just took on my day off, just because I just felt like stopping in, and I hit a pretty good gold mine. And I also, like I said, have some birthday pickups. I'm still in the midst of unpacking at the house here, you know, the house that Mindy and I have. And I went through some old boxes. I found some video game stuff I thought I'd share with you guys. I'm not sure where I got this from, but it's a pretty cool collectible from back in the day. Apparently I got it from Walmart for, I guess it was 10 bucks. But it's the Super Mario 64 Player's Guide. It's like the official like walkthrough guide, I guess you would say, of like Super Mario 64. Obviously I got this back when Mario 64 had just come out. But it was 10 bucks apparently back in the day. But I just found it's in pretty decent shape. It's a little curled up, but pretty cool nonetheless to put on you know, a game shelf or something. I just found that at the bottom of a box. I apparently had not gone through that box in a long time. So pretty cool find. I already had it for years. I just never knew I had it. The other thing I found that was pretty cool, other than the fact that the game is not in here. I know I bought the game at some point. Not sure if I still have the game, but I did find the box for it. So if I am able to pick up a copy of the cartridge, for the Game Boy Advance, I do have the box and all the manuals. That's the Castlevania, the classic NES series, when they re-released all those classic games on the Game Boy Advance. Again, the box is a little bit bent, but not too bad. So if I can get the cartridge, I'll have a complete in-box copy of this, which I think is pretty epic. I mean, the box is in pretty damn good shape, considering it's probably 10 plus years old. But I thought that was a pretty cool piece to find. Also in the same box as that guide, so that was kind of cool too. So I don't know if anyone out there has this game for the Game Boy Advance. I would be willing to trade something for it. I mean, I would really love to complete this. I've pretty much unpacked all of my video games, like the cartridges and stuff, and I have not found this as far as I know. So if someone out there has it and is willing to trade for it or maybe sell it to me, you know, I'd be willing to maybe buy it if the price is reasonable enough. But that would be pretty cool if I could complete that, especially since it's an 8-bit NES game and I'm an NES freak, as you can see behind me. So again, that was a pretty cool find. That was what I found in the boxes. Onto my birthday stuff. My mom didn't know what to get me, and when it comes to video games, she doesn't know what I have and don't have. As you can see, I mean, based on what I have, it's pretty tough to keep track of me. But the one thing I did ask her for was a gift card to Best Buy, so I could maybe pre-order or buy a new like 360 game or something. And my mom and stepdad did give me the Best Buy gift card, as you can see, for 50 bucks. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was one of the gifts. That's the only thing really video game related, because I'm going to use it on games. But you know, I thought that was pretty cool. I did get a couple other gift cards for other stores, but you guys probably won't really care about that. So, but that was pretty neat. And then Mindy, pretty much, I had like a birthday week. Like, she took me out for drinks one night, just all different kinds of things. But then my presents came on my actual birthday, and it was an all video game birthday, all NES birthday, which I thought was pretty cool. So I got four games for the NES. The first one is just cartridge only, which is fine. That's all I really need for this. And amazingly enough, I didn't have this in my collection, but that is Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest. I know a lot of people really hated this game because the first Castlevania was so awesome, and they said this was pretty crappy, but I don't have it in my collection, and I'm a big Castlevania fan. But as you can see, if it clears up at all, let's see. No, it's not really clearing up. There you go. Spine's in good shape, label's in perfect shape, came with a black sleeve, so that was pretty cool. That was the first one I unwrapped. The second one I unwrapped, again, cartridge only, in like pristine condition, with the exception of a sticker on the back, which will come off no problem, black sleeve, and that is Captain America and the Avengers for the NES. And like I said, there's a sticker on the back, but that'll come off with no problem. And the spine is in really good shape. Let's see if I can get that to clear up. There you go. Spine's in really, really good shape, no separation at all. Again, another one I didn't have yet, and I heard that one's a pretty decent game. So those are the two like smaller presents that she got me. I opened those up. I was stoked. That's all I needed right there. 2 games. That was awesome. I opened up the next 2 games. I'm not going to go through the entire thing because it may take a little too long, and I want to show you the Goodwill pickups. But the first one is complete in-box instructions, cartridge, and the cellophane still on the game. Not on the box, but on the game itself. But that is A Boy and His Blob for the NES. Now, I already have this cartridge, which would be right here. So that's the actual cartridge I used to play. The spine is separating a little bit on that one. It's not the greatest of conditions, but that's the one I keep out to play. This, again, same game inside, but the game, I took it out and looked at it on my birthday. It's pristine, just like the other ones. There's no stickers, no writing. Spine is completely sealed. Everything is great. And just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, that cellophane or that baggie, if you look inside, the game is still wrapped up and you can see the instruction manuals in there. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool find, especially since she doesn't really collect games or doesn't know really much about them. You know, A+ for Mindy on this one. But this was Pixel Sandwiches and one of my favorites growing up as little kids. So Boy and His Blob, and that's Trouble on Blobonia. This is the original. As you guys know, they put one out for the Wii. This was the original game right here, but complete in its original box. Is pretty cool, and the box is sharp and looks good. So that was kind of an epic present. And then another one. I thought that was the big gift. And then she gave me another one, and I opened it up. Now this game is running anywhere between like $50 and $60 complete in box. It was a game I didn't have for my collection, and it's complete in box, and that is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. Again, the box is just in pristine shape, really good condition. If you open it up and look on the inside, it is still, you know, not sealed, but still in the original baggie. All paperwork is there, not just instructions, but everything is in there. And that game does go for a decent price. It's not really rare, so to speak. I don't like using the term rare. Rare is like Panic Restaurant and Little Samson and Snow Brothers and games like that. This is not rare, but to find it in this condition, complete in box, everything in perfect condition. Again, the spine, everything perfect shape, no writing, no stickers. Looks like it was never even played. And I'm thinking I may keep this one in the box, not play it, and find another copy for the shelf, just a loose cart, maybe on eBay for, I think it runs $10 or $15 cartridge only. I may pick that up just to leave this one in its box, because this will definitely be like on display up on the Nintendo wall. Like I'm gonna get a shelf for some box games. So that was the birthday gifts from Mindy, which I thought she did a great job. I mean, for not really knowing much about the collection and getting 4 games that I don't have, when, as you can see on my Nintendo collection, I have a lot. So she just did an epic job with that. So that was pretty much like the birthday presents. Pixel Sandwich, it's kind of how we roll. Like I'll get my birthday presents in like March probably, but he wants to just make sure he like goes through and picks out something he knows I'm gonna like and everything else. So whenever that comes in, I'm in no hurry. It extends my birthday for a couple months. Whenever that comes in, I'll definitely make sure I unbox it for the channel for you guys and show you, because it's always video games. We never get each other anything but video games. So anyway, so I hit the Goodwill, and I was able to pick up a pretty epic purchase. I did find some NES games, and which is rare lately. I haven't been able to find a lot, but I picked up some. Now, a little backstory. I'm going to be fixing up an old NES for my niece and nephew. My niece is 6, my nephew is 4. So I want to kind of start them out on the old NES and then let them kind of graduate up to, like, you know, the newer games and stuff. Like they have, my sister and brother-in-law have a Wii, but that may be a little too much. I don't know if it's too much for them, but like I want to start them out like the way I started out and appreciate like where it came from, so to speak. You know, like when I have kids, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have I'll fix up an NES and give them their own collection. Like they're not going to be touching this one, but they'll be like I'll make sure I get them their own collection to play. And so I started out by getting some games, because I am going to be fixing up a Nintendo for them. For my niece, I picked up a copy of The Little Mermaid for the NES. And that was marked $7. I'll tell you about the prices afterwards. I didn't pay $7, but that's what it was marked. For my nephew, I picked up Sesame Street 1, 2, 3, and that comes with the instructions, which I think I'm going to keep the instructions for my copy, because I do have that game. And then also Sesame Street ABC. They're all marked $7, just to let you know. Which, you know, sometimes that could be a little pricey, but all in all, I don't think it was too bad. One game I picked it. Now that was for them. I picked up a game for myself. It's in really shitty condition, but the fact that I found this game, I don't have it yet. I'll find a better one later down the road. It's Wario's Woods. The spine is in shitty condition and a really big Blockbuster sticker on there. Like I said, I just want to have it for now, and then I'll find a better condition copy for myself down the road a little bit, and then eventually I'll just put that into a trade or sell it on eBay or something like that. So, but Wario's Woods is definitely one I did not have. And then I got 3 other games. Again, unfortunately, big Blockbuster sticker on it, but a game I did not have, and that is Wolverine for the NES. Like I said, huge sticker, and of course the big rental sticker on the back. If I find a better condition, same thing, I'll replace it eventually. But again, I found one in the wild, no less, so that was kind of cool. I did pick up Snake's Revenge. That one's in good shape. Spine looks good, everything looks good on that one. So Snake's Revenge. I do have the first Metal Gear, but this is, I believe, the second one if I'm correct, which I did not have. And then this one comes with instructions in a black sleeve, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project. And as you can see, the instructions are included with that one. So, I mean, some pretty epic finds at the Goodwill. And then in that same box of games that they had, I found these two for $3 a piece, and they're complete in box, and those are the NES cleaning kits. Now, I mean, a lot of people think that's stupid to collect cleaning kits, and Mindy thought it was kind of dumb when I showed her what I found. But, I mean, the fact is, there's two different versions. This one is the gold writing and the red stripe. That one's the orange writing and no stripe. Same product, just different packaging. But they're complete in their box, and most people bought these, used them, and then threw them out. You know, like the alcohol and the Q-tip, and then you put it inside the game or inside, and you cleaned out the connectors that way. So most people actually already used them, threw them out. They got dirty, they got crusty and gross. The fact that these are complete in box is pretty cool, and as an NES collector, that's something I need for a collection. I don't have any of these, and the fact that I found two different versions complete in box, I figured for $3 a piece, I picked them up for my collection. So those were some pretty epic finds at the Goodwill. And then after I saw the games, I went up to the lady and I was like, did anyone bring, the person who brought these games in, did they bring in any systems as well? Because a lot of times you'll find that they'll bring a whole box of shit. They'll just bring games and controllers and systems, and it may be Nintendo games, but then like a N64 console, just mixture of stuff they couldn't sell at a garage sale or something. She goes, actually, yes, the guy actually brought in this, and I picked it up. And that is a big box, and that includes an NES. This is the one I'm going to be fixing up for my niece and nephew, putting a new connector in it. And as you can see, it's marked $30. $29.97 for this whole bag. I don't know exactly what's in here. I'm going to unbox it. I have about 2 minutes, so I'm going to rip into it real quick. But upon opening it up, there are some pretty dirty controllers, but controllers nonetheless. There's a third-party brand controller in here, which is kind of cool. Some turbo buttons on there. I'll probably keep that one for myself. RF, I mean, as you can see, it's a mess. RF connectors, actually 2 RF connectors. Another Nintendo brand controller. The original light zapper, the gray light zapper. That's pretty much that big bundle. And then, ironically enough, the N64 transfer pack was in there, so I'll keep that for me. I actually need that, so that's kind of cool. And then, let's see. Oh boy, I'm trying to do this in, what do I have left here? About 2 minutes. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, that's from the cleaner cartridge. So it's, obviously it is the same guy. And then of course you've got the console. And that'd be about it. So there's the console. It's in pretty clean shape. You know, maybe a little bit of residue, but that can be cleaned out. It feels brand new, honestly. The buttons feel real tight. The drawer clicks down real tight. It looks really, really nice. So this is gonna be one of my niece and nephew's Christmas presents. I'm gonna put a brand new connector in there, fix it up, throw a bunch of my duplicate games in with the ones I just bought for them. Like I'm gonna throw obviously some Mario Brothers in there. I'm gonna throw in pretty much whatever you can think of. Anything I've got doubles of that I think they may like, I'll throw them in there, let them have some fun with them. They're all duplicates anyway, so no harm to me or anything like that. They're all just extra shit I can get out of my game room. So, but I thought that was pretty cool, an epic find for $30. So she rang the whole thing up, and it came up to like 80 some odd dollars because the games were $7 a piece and all that kind of stuff. She says, "Do you have a frequent shopper card?" I said, "Absolutely, I do, because I always go to Goodwill, as you guys know." She goes, "Oh," she goes, "Let me see it. Let me scan it." So she scanned it, 50% off of everything. Everything. So I got the Nintendo package for $15. The system and all of those controllers and all the plugs, $15. All the games were $3.50 a piece. The cleaning kits were $1.50 a piece. You can't go wrong, guys. Goodwill, check them out. I'm running out of time, guys. I'm sorry this was so long, but I had a lot to show you. So brand new NES and all those new games and everything I found. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed. I'm sorry, like I said, it was long-winded. I had a lot to go through. So till next time, guys, AC Card Shark. Take care.